What's up, guys? How's it going? I finally managed to watch the Ratchet and Clank movie, even though it was out in cinemas or theatres like in April. I only just got the chance to watch it as it is now digitally. You can now buy it digitally on like iTunes and anywhere else and stuff like that. So I finally gave it a chance, and I was going to do a review for it, but I just don't want to do that. I thought I'd just do a little bit more of a casual kind of discussion video about the Ratchet and Clank movie and what I thought about it. And to put it bluntly, the Ratchet and Clank movie was alright. It was good, but as a fan, I don't know, I felt like I wanted more from it. In terms of the story and all that, obviously it's based off the first Ratchet and Clank game, which released back in like 2002, and obviously the story's a reimagining of that, and that's how the PlayStation 4 game ties in with this. Overall, I was impressed at parts of it. The CG was freaking beautiful in this, even though it doesn't have the budget of other big name, studios like Pixar and stuff like that. The animation stuff just looks beautiful, and it does the style of Ratchet and Clank of the Ratchet and Clank universe definitely does suit a movie format. But some things don't, and that is the story. My biggest gripe about the Ratchet and Clank movie is how the movie itself flowed, and how the story progressed, and how the relationship between Ratchet and Clank was. So let's start with one big major downside to the movie compared to the games. My God, I know they're trying to appeal to a younger audience, but Jesus Christ, this movie felt really childish. It felt like a really dumbed down children's movie. Now, obviously, it's not a problem. They're aiming for, a younger audience. They're aiming for a whole new audience with the Ratchet and Clank movie. But compared to some of the really, really good humour in the old PS2 and PS3 and, well, not PS4, but and the PS2 and PS3 games, it just doesn't compare with games such as Up Your Arsenal to me. It just didn't hit the sweet spot, if you get what I mean. And the relationship between Ratchet and Clank was pretty much non-existent. This is what the movie's about. The movie's called Ratchet and Clank, and the games have always highlighted on the relationship between Ratchet and Clank. There was barely any relationship between them. I felt like there was hardly any kind of development there between the two characters. Actually, to be fair, I didn't feel like there was much of a connection between any character development between any of the characters, really. Especially Captain Quark, who just turns into a villain, and then just suddenly isn't a villain, near the end of the movie. I don't like that. I feel like they just made Quark a bad guy in this because he was a bad guy in the original game. I just don't think it suits it. I didn't think the way they made Quark a bad guy really suited the movie, and that's the same with the game. I don't think it flowed well, to be perfectly honest. The movie itself progressed from point A to point B really freaking quickly at some points. I felt like it was really fast paced, but I felt like it was too fast paced. Like how the 1 minute Ratchet's on Veldin, alone and all that, and the next minute, 5 minutes later or 10 minutes later, he's fighting a ship in freaking Metropolis and stuff like that. If you get what I mean, it just really progressed really fast, and I wasn't really a big fan of it. As a fan of the original Ratchet and Clank, this movie was really good in some ways, but in really, really unsatisfying in other areas. It's not a bad movie. It's not as bad as people are making it out to be. I'm just speaking in terms of a hardcore Ratchet and Clank fan who's been playing the game for years. For me, it didn't really hit the sweet spot that I was looking for in the movie. But for other younger audiences which may come into this movie for the first time, this is their first experience with Ratchet and Clank, then they will love it, and they'll go on to play the games, and then they'll love the franchise even more. But overall, Ratchet and Clank the movie isn't a bad movie. It's not an amazing movie. It's kind of one of those. It's not mediocre though. I wouldn't say it's mediocre. It's good. It is a good movie. But as a Ratchet and Clank fan, I felt like it failed in some areas, and now it kind of leaves the franchise in a bit of in a void because we don't know what's going to happen next. The end credits scene was pretty good though, I will have to admit. But thank you all for watching, guys. What did you think of the Ratchet and Clank movie? Let me know in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, favourite, all that good stuff, and I shall speak to you all later on.